Have you ever made a decision, not because it was right for you, but because you were afraid of what people would say? Or changed yourself completely, just to avoid someone's judgment? This is a story about a man who did all of that for years, until one day he stopped, and how everything changed. Watch till the end, because this story might change the way you live forever. In a small town near the mountains, here lived a man named Yusuf. Yusuf was talented. From the time he was a boy, he had a gift for painting. He painted skies that looked like they were breathing. He painted faces that looked like they could speak. But Yusuf had one weakness. He needed people to approve of him. If a neighbor frowned, he could not sleep. If someone laughed at his work, he hid it away. If the elders said something was not serious enough, he believed them. So at 25, he put down his paintbrush. Painting isn't real work, people said, and he listened. He took a job at his uncle's shop, selling cloth, counting money, smiling at customers. He married not the woman his heart chose, but the one the family approved of. He dressed the way the village expected. He spoke the way the elders wanted. He lived the life everyone else designed for him. And inside, he was dying slowly. By the age of 35, Yusuf had everything. A good job, a respected name, a house people admired from the outside. But every morning, he woke up tired, not tired from work, tired from pretending. He smiled at people who drained him. He agreed when every part of him said no. He laughed at jokes he did not find funny. He attended gatherings that made him feel empty. One evening, he sat alone on the rooftop. The town was quiet below. Stars filled the sky above. And a question rose inside his chest like a fire. Whose life am I actually living? He had no answer, and that silence was louder than anything he had ever heard. The next morning, Yusuf walked to the edge of town. He did not know why. His feet just moved. Near the old bridge, he saw an elderly man sitting on a wooden stool, painting alone. His clothes were simple. His hands were worn, but his eyes had something Yusuf had never seen before. Peace. Yusuf sat nearby without a word. You look like a man carrying the whole town on his back, the old man said, without looking up from his canvas. Yusuf laughed quietly. Something like that, he said. Whose opinion are you afraid of today? The old man asked softly. Yusuf went still. How did you know? The old man finally looked at him. Because I was you. For 30 years, I painted only what others wanted. I used their colors. I followed their rules. I made them happy. And I made myself invisible. What changed? Yusuf asked. The old man put down his brush. My father died. Silence fell between them. His last words were not about what he had done. They were about everything he had stopped himself from doing. He said, I spent my whole life afraid of people, and those people never even remembered me. Yusuf felt something crack open inside him. The old man continued quietly. The people whose approval you are chasing, they are busy chasing someone else's approval. None of them are thinking about you as much as you think. They have their own fears, their own regrets, their own unlived life. Yusuf stared at the river for a long time. Then, what should I do? The old man picked up his brush again. Stop asking permission to exist. Yusuf walked home slowly that evening. Something was burning inside him. Not anger, not sadness, clarity. The next morning, he opened an old box under his bed. Inside were his old paintbrushes, dry, dusty, forgotten. He held one in his hand, and he began to paint. Not for anyone, not to impress, not to be approved, just for himself. His hands shook at first. Years of silence had made them stiff. But slowly, the colors came back, the lines came back, and something deeper came back too. Him. Word spread quickly in a small town. Yusuf has gone strange. He's wasting his time with paint. His uncle is embarrassed. What kind of man does this at his age? The whispers came, the frowns came, and Yusuf felt all of it. But this time he did not stop, because he finally understood something. The people judging me are too busy being judged themselves to truly care about my life. He understood that their opinions were not facts. They were reflections of their own fear, their own unlived dreams, their own cages, and he refused to live inside someone else's cage anymore. Months passed. Some people stopped talking to Yusuf. Some avoided him at the market. But something else happened too. A traveler passing through town saw one of Yusuf's paintings hanging outside. He stopped. He stared. He knocked on the door. "Who painted this?" Yusuf said quietly. "I did." The traveler was a merchant from the city. He bought 3 paintings that day and told others. Then more people came. Then more. Within a year, Yusuf's paintings were known far beyond his small town. But more than the success, what changed Yusuf was this. He woke up every morning excited. Not performing, not pretending, not shrinking. Just alive. Truly alive. For the first time, most of us are living someone else's version of our life. We have dressed ourselves in other people's opinions or so long that we have forgotten the shape of our own soul. The opinions people hold about you are not facts. They are their fears, their limits, their own unlived life, placed on your shoulders. Every time you abandon your dream to please someone else, you are handing them a piece of yourself you can never get back. Keep in mind, you were not born to live as a performance. You were born to live as yourself. God did not create you to fit into someone else's mold. He created you with a purpose, a gift, a path, and that path cannot be found while you are busy walking in someone else's direction. And that is today's story. Before you sleep tonight, ask yourself one question. Whose opinion am I carrying that does not belong to me? If this story spoke to something inside you, subscribe, Hopeful Life Stories, and write, "I choose myself," in the comments below, and tell me, what is one dream you stopped yourself from chasing because of what others might think? Write it in the comments, because sometimes saying it out loud is the first step to actually doing it. Every week, we bring you deep emotional moral stories that do not just entertain you, but change the way you see yourself. Because sometimes one story is all it takes. Thank you for watching.